So I'm Jess Goro. I'm a senior CSM in large enterprise.
All right, Morgan Rossi, what can I say?
I know Morgan because Danielle Anderson, her first boss who hired her in here, was obsessing over her and trying to get her into the role, which I was the SE mouth to her.
How are you? I am Guillermo, an SE supporting the MME organization.
I am her media solutions manager on the solutions team.
Hello, my name is Teresa Kshanta and I am one of Morgan's colleagues.
Hi, my name is Karen Pavlin and I'm currently a managing director in the center. I have the absolute pleasure and opportunity to work with Morgan Rossi while she was at Xerox.
I first met Morgan when we were put into a Tom Petty cover band together. Since then, we've been playing and singing together in 2 separate bands for the last 3 years.
I met Morgan through our college a cappella group, the Golden Blues.
I know Morgan because I met her over 26 years ago in the delivery room. And you know what? I really liked her.
How do I know Morgan? I've known her longer than anyone on earth. I'm her mother. Enough said.
Hi, I'm Luke, Morgan's brother.
I grew up with Morgan as my sister. She was pretty much my main role model for how I was supposed to live my life in every state.
If I'm thinking of her involvement with a team, oh my God, involvement from an events piece, activities like in days, she's on the Beers for My Peers committee, in leadership opportunities that allow for MME and high growth segment partnerships. She's always raising her hand for that. That girl always submits some appetizer or dessert for some kind of contest. I honestly don't think that she's missed one. But she does it because she's genuinely interested and eager to get involved.
From her family to her friends to her work associates, I've seen people be fiercely loyal to her.
When I first started LinkedIn, Morgan was always there to help everyone. In fact, she actually created a document that was about 16 pages long, full and loaded with awesome details about what new salespeople at LinkedIn actually have to know.
I was looking for someone who could mentor me and help me when it came to like difficult scenarios and just in general coach me with something that I hadn't done before. And everyone pointed towards Morgan. I can't believe this girl is like willing to spend so much time with me one-on-one, helping me on my deals when really she needs to hit her own numbers. Sometimes I wouldn't even go to my own manager for advice. I would just go straight to her, just because how involved she was in my deals and how well she knew me and what my qualities were. And she always helped me understand like how to play on my strengths.
Coming in to work on a Sunday to work with me on client strategy, that's how devoted she is.
I think that she's special. She's made a mark on everybody's life. She's got that infectious energy. She's got a can-do attitude, and I love being around her too.
She was one of the best relationship managers I've ever worked with.
I can confidently say that there's nobody else in MME that I have worked with that thinks as creatively and resourcefully as Morgan does.
I brought Morgan onto the team as a real change agent, a leader, one that brought big ideas and one that could absolutely collaborate across all different work streams and global teams, in which she did an outstanding job.
There's 2 things that really stands out about her. The first of which is how she makes concepts so tangible to her clients. The way that manner in which she shares out her ideas internally as well makes them just as tangible for internal people on her team.
She's always got something insightful to say, something that you can actually use immediately actually to make a huge impact with your customers and for the company itself.
Most Morgan's story I have is probably hearing her explain to me the way that she used to do report cards for herself and for clients to hold her clients completely accountable for what it is that they were working on together.
I had the opportunity to meet with the global CIO of American Express Business Travel. And of all the tenured folks, I chose Morgan to accompany me on that meeting. Morgan proceeded to lead in a way that I have not seen, or I hadn't seen in my 20 plus years at Xerox.
The way Morgan lives life is being ambitious, it's being confident, and it's always trying to better yourself.
She ended up being president of our group as a freshman, which is unheard of. We were practicing in the basement of a dorm, and then Morgan Rossi came in, and we had shows at the Bradley Center. We were singing the national anthem for Bucks games. We were doing all of these charity events, and it just was 100% because Morgan knows no limits.
A typical Morgan story, and that would be a vision of her ripping off her false eyelashes because she just starred in the High School Musical and it's time for lacrosse tryouts, and she's running through also ripping off her fishnets so that she can make the tryouts and eventually become lacrosse team captain.
She's just never complacent, and I think that very few RMs have that attitude.
Morgan will never leave a rock unturned, whether it's the betterment, like for the good of her teammates, and I couldn't recommend her enough for any job.
She's one that has so many different dimensions and brings so many wonderful dimensions to the business. I am jealous of anybody that gets to work with Morgan. She's outstanding in every way possible.
Also, I know I've said this before, but I don't know why she isn't a large enterprise or key accounts or even global account manager already. She's a strategic thinker and always thinks outside of the box to make her clients as successful as possible.
When I think of Morgan, I think of her kind of taking control and saying, hey, we got this.
When Morgan speaks, people listen.
She's also the first person to elevate somebody else on her team. She's actually elevated me enough to my manager over the last 6 months to help me get a promotion.
Just through being herself, Morgan raises the bar for everybody. She is just so smart, thoughtful, and strategic. No matter who you are, as long as you hear from Morgan or have some or inner orbit at all, you will be positively influenced and probably get better at what you do.
Morgan's your girl. She's not going to disappoint. She's an extremely hard worker, very, very caring, and she will lift others up instead of putting them down to make her look better.
Morgan makes me not just want to do more, but she makes me want to want more in the best way possible.
We recently did sort of a reach song. I don't think I ever would have had the confidence to try to do something like that if Morgan didn't sort of inspire the band to do so.
She's the perfect combination of, people naturally wanting to be around her and naturally wanting to follow her and listen to her because she is so magnetic, but then also the organization and the drive and the relentlessness to do what it takes actually to make real change.
When I found out that she'd only been working on LinkedIn for 1 or 2 months, it blew me away. It actually inspired me to ramp up much, much faster.
She is very aware of being inclusive of everybody's ideas, but also pushing her team to think about a different approach or present something in a different viewpoint.
Morgan is an excellent connector, but more importantly, she is a passionate listener who empowers others by truly listening to their point of view.
She elevates the people around her through helping them get where they want to go. So whether it's helping with deal opportunities, helping with professional development, she's a true leader and always an advocate for others, people's success around her.
Amazing leader, super fun. She's got awesome things to say, so if she's around, you better keep your ears open and listen because you're going to learn something.
Playing and singing amazingly with her band on the weekend.
Her rocking it out at one of her awesome shows with her band.
Listen to her sing. Literally, your spine will tingle.
Her band called Sauce on the Side, and she's lead vocals for that, so definitely figure out when they're playing next because you gotta see her. She brings the house down.
Speaking of that, we have a show coming up on May 18th at Bowery Electric. If you want to come, check us out. Song. Can't you see? Can't you see how much you need Morgan Rossi?
Hire her.